Speaking of which, it looks like Corin Revik needs some help.
You've already stolen enough of my clockwork creations. Leave me alone!
Ha! You couldn't catch us if you tried, old man.
Is something wrong here?
No. We're just, leaving. But you'll be seeing us around, Ekko.
Who were they?
Those twerps have taken my best clockwork figurines and hidden them all around Zaun. I won't have anything to sell if this keeps up.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Mr. Revik.
Thanks, Ekko. You're a good boy. I'll give you a few cogs for whatever you can bring me.
Deal. See you later.
Hi there, Ekko. You do have a way of impressing people, Ekko. I started designing these after my daughter, Orianna. Delicate, but strong.
She seems like she was a really nice girl. Even before the augmentations.
I know you don't agree with it, Ekko. But sometimes, when you love someone very much, you'll do anything for them. Anything to keep them alive. Anything to see them again.
You'll see your daughter again, Mr. Revik. I know you will.
Find more of these toys, and I might believe you. Hi there, Ekko.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Parents aren't home yet, right?
What the hell do you want with my parents? Or me?
I'm here because I need your help.
I don't help people who hide in gardens or spy on my family. Get out of here. Or else.
Slow down.
Seriously? You've gotta go.
If you would just listen, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm you. From the future.
Wait, what? I invent time travel? Why didn't you just say that? What are you doing here? Why'd you have a hood on?
Because it was raining. And because I wasn't sure if you would trust me. I need your help. I'm here to investigate something in the past.
The spire collapse?
Smart. I was a bright kid.
What's going on? Is it something to do with the Poindestras? Or all the Pharos guards I've seen around today?
Ekko! You home?
Now's not gonna be a great time to talk. Do you know the Warwick power plant?
Yeah, sure. In Factory Wood. Closed down last year. Totally empty.
Well, not for long. Meet me there, and I'll explain everything.
Ekko!
See you soon, kid.
Better see what my dad wants. And then go meet up with myself. From the future! Hi.
Ah, then there were three. Hello, little man. You're actually home before us for once.
Don't get used to it.
I'm glad to see you're both home and safe. That spire collapse was bad.
Luckily for us, most of that spire fell in the decommission zone of Factory Wood. All we felt were a few tremors.
But we got the rest of the day off work anyway.
There's all this orange muck around. I don't know what materials the Poindestras are working with these days, but it's a mess now. It's a shame. The Poindestra siblings are all that's left of that Kimbaran family.
And I hear they're not the nicest people either.
I can't stick around, but you sure you two are okay?
We'll be just fine. You take care of yourself out there, Ekko.
So, Factory Wood's closed from the spire falling on it, and me from the future wants to meet up there. This is getting interesting. Hey there, future me.
Haven't seen Factory Wood like this in a long time.
Does it change a lot in the future?
It's different.
Good different, bad different?
Just different. Look, we can stand around talking about the future later. What I'm interested in now is the past.
You sure are impatient for someone with a zero drive.
Yeah, well, I guess some things don't change with age.
All right. So, what are we getting up to today?
First, we're going in. Time to focus. I'm here to investigate something. Something kinda secret. Have you heard of Syntixi crystals?
No, I haven't.
Here's a short version. The regular Hextech crystals you see people use in Piltover are powerful, rare, and expensive. Getting your hands on a whole one is tough for folks down here in Zaun. But often a shard will do. Your Zero Drive knows all about that. Most of the Hextech trade in Piltover is controlled by Clan Pharaohs. They're also the ones who decided to try manufacturing a synthetic version in Zaun. Enter the Poindextrous, one of the richest Kimbaran families. They often take on experimental projects, and well, it seemed like it might be a good partnership for Clan Pharaohs. But the Poindextrous saw an opportunity. Instead of making synthetic crystals for Clan Pharaohs, they used the resources to create their own lab-ripped compound called Syntixi. They're just as powerful, extremely unstable, and can explode without much warning. In the wrong hands, they could wipe out the city entirely. Clan Pharaohs halted production as soon as word reached Piltover that they had been tricked. It was too late. The Poindextrous had made enough Syntixi to do anything they wanted.
All right, so why are you here?
The Poindextrous spire fell this morning. Inside of it was the Poindextrous Syntixi stash. Enough to rival the Hextech vault in Pharos Manor. There was a chain reaction, and now they're scattered all over the city.
So Zaun is in trouble right now?
Not yet. I'm here because in the future, the Poindextrous and the Syntixi cause a lot of trouble.
Yeah, so that's where we come in.
Exactly. If we can gather up the Syntixi ourselves before the Poindextrous do, we'll be keeping the city safe from a devastating future. So what do you think? You in?
Hell yeah! Let's get some Syntixi.
It's best if we split up. Shout for me if you find anything resembling Syntixi crystals.
What will you do?
I'm going to look through the east wing of the building, or what's left of it. I'll catch up with you soon. Ekko!
Poindextrous are no joke. This guy is intense.
Right now we have a more immediate problem. There's a group of Pharaoh's guards in the building. We've got to get out of here.
Zarkon had all the Syntixi he collected lifted out of here. Let's let the Pilties deal with him. Which way is out?
This way.
Ekko!
So, the Poindextrous are trying to get all their Syntixi back. And Zarkon seemed to think I was working for Clan Pharaohs for some reason. Do you know what that's about?
He's paranoid? And probably scared of Clan Pharaohs claiming his family's invention. But you and I still have work to do. Zarkon got away with most of the crystals, but I think I know where we can get more before he does.
Here are all the crystals I found in the power plant. You okay if I check on my friends for a minute? Maybe patch up my gear?
Sure. I'll meet you around the other side.
What was that? Yo, you seriously have the best tech in all of Zaun and Piltover combined.
And you'll work it out. Eventually. So, how is everyone?
They're good. Oh yeah, you were friends with them all too.
Sure. It's been a while, though. I did some calculations on the direction the Syntixi fell. Most of it went in factory wood, but a bunch of it would have fallen down further.
Some.
The municipal lost and found.
It's true.
lost my blowtorch once? I remember. I found it in the sump. It was covered in sludge, but it was there.
Right. All the currents from the pipe network converge here. And I'll bet some Syntixies washed up there too.
Exactly. And there's only one way to know for sure.
Actually, I think we are. There's a bridge to the east of these tunnels. I'll meet you there.
Deal. Deal. I think I'm done hanging out in the sump for a while. This place is... Hey, have you seen any weird creatures down here going after the Poindexter goons?
No, I've been keeping to myself down here. Hands off and out of sight.
Weird. There's something big down here for sure. I'll see you soon. Oh man, where is he? Ekko! Oh, what's that?
You made it to the... Shit. Is that... Oh no, no. Run, Ekko! Run! You're in my hunting ground.
Hey, who's a good boy?
Get out of there, Ekko!
10 steps ahead of you.
Ekko, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You're gonna end him, right?
What?
Warwick almost killed you. I've seen what he does to Zahn in the future. We could stop all that pain right now.
I don't know. Even if that's true, I can't just kill him while he's down.
I know how you're feeling. Trust me. But think about how many hundreds of people this beast has already harmed. One death here, and thousands are gonna be saved.
I mean, there has to be another way to handle this. He may be dangerous, but I can't just... There's Ekko! Get him!
We're getting out of here. Come on.
Whoa. Is he still alive?
Ekko, hold up.
Hasn't it occurred to you that by coming back in time, you've already interfered with my present? That you're changing me and you? Just by being here? And maybe that's not such a bad thing. You changing?
What's that supposed to mean?
You wanted me to kill Warwick!
Look, I'm not the monster here.
You could have fooled me.
Listen to me. There are things that you will have to do to be the person Zahn needs you to be.
I don't know what happens in the future, but I never want to be you.
Ekko, I'm not this evil version of you. I came from you. We're the same person.
We're not the same. I care about people. I care about Zahn.
This isn't... I don't think you're understanding me. I want to show you something. Come on. I want you to see something.
What are we doing here?
You're taking my chronoport. I'm sending you ahead, where everything is changing and you can't rely on people to look after you anymore.
Ahead? Like, to the future?
You'll have a stronger rewind there, so you can see how many tries it takes to get things to work a certain way. Talk to our parents. See what happens.
And what? What am I supposed to find?
See for yourself.
Whoa. Zahn has certainly looked better.
Hey! You're not supposed supposed to be out after dark without a gas mask on.
What? What for?
It's a citywide mandate. Either get a gas mask on or get inside.
What are you out here for? You're not bothering my parents, are you?
I'm not gonna tell you again.
Fine. Fine. So the Zon Gray is denser than ever. And people aren't supposed to be out after dark? I hope things are better inside the apartment.
Ekko? What are you doing here? I wasn't expecting to see you today.
Hey, Dad. Just stopping by, I guess.
Well, that's nice of you.
What's with all the boxes?
We packed up your stuff, and we were going to leave it for whenever you plan to come back.
Leave it? Where are you going?
Your mom and I are leaving Zon. Indefinitely.
Whoa. Why?
It's not the city it used to be. It's polluted and dangerous. Things are bad between Piltover and Zon. We're working harder than ever just to barely survive.
And you weren't gonna tell me?
We don't see you, Ekko. We never know where you are or when you'll come home. And the last time we did talk, it didn't go so well.
But Zon is your home.
Does this place look like a home to you?
Where's Mom?
She's in the other room, catching her breath. Ekko, go easy on her. Please.
Ekko, hi.
Hi, Mom. What is that?
An air tank. I kept getting lung blight from the Gray, so we had one installed.
Oh. I'm so sorry. Dad told me you're thinking of moving out of Zon.
We aren't thinking about it. We've decided. We're leaving tonight.
What? So if I didn't come home just now, I would have never seen you two again?
I didn't know if you wanted to see us again. You weren't very happy with us the last time we spoke.
I'm sorry, but you can't leave Zon. This is where we belong.
Not anymore, Ekko. The city has changed, and you're living your own life without us. All we have is each other. And we choose to find a new home.
Son, I think you'd better go. Your mom needs to rest before we leave, and you being here isn't helping.
But...
Thanks for stopping by.
Good luck, Ekko.
What did future Ekko do to our parents to make them want to move out of Zon forever? This is what he sent me to the future to fix. To stop our parents from leaving the city. Alright. Time to try this one again. See if I can do things differently to get them to stay.
Hey!
I really... Good thing I was here. Now, let's see if I can change my parents' mind about Zon.
Ekko? What are you doing?
Hey, Dad. I know. I heard that you and Mom are leaving the city, and I wanted to see you.
Oh. That's really nice. I didn't think we'd see you again. Hey, we've got these boxes packed up with your things. You want to look through and see if you want to keep any of it?
Oh, yeah. Sure. That's the bunting from the Sun Parade years ago. It was always the highlight of the year. Marked when the sun was at the highest point over Zon, and when we got the most sunlight.
Well, we don't get any sunlight anymore, so there's no parade. You want to keep that stuff?
Sure. Yeah, I'll keep that one. Oh, no way. Haven't seen those shoes in a long time. Man, this is a real trip.
That they don't fit anymore, though. You want them?
Nah, it's okay. I'll give them to someone who can use them. These are some of my earliest inventions.
You had a sharp mind, even as a youngster. Well, that's that then. Your mom is resting up a bit more, and then we're heading out, taking the rising howl out of the city.
Right. So, I came by because I didn't want you to leave with anything unsaid.
All right. What do you want to say?
Where are you gonna go? Do you have a place in mind?
For the first time, we have no plan. It's scary, but it's exciting too. We're going to get on the Rising Howl, get to the Piltover Harbor, look for free spots on the boat, and then sail through the sun gates to somewhere new.
Wow. You're adventurers.
I've never been called that before.
How is Mom doing?
She's a real trooper. Lung blight has been so bad across the city lately, and she's had a few rough cases of it. I don't think she's like slowing down so much and not doing things for herself.
I could see that.
We're all doing our best during these dark times, but no one's invincible. I've got to be honest with you, son. I'm not sure what you're aiming at. Coming back here and asking these questions.
Dad, I'm here because you can't leave Zon. I don't fully understand what happened between us in the past, but I want to make things better. I believe we can be family again.
It's too late for that. You can't just come in here at the last minute and expect us to give in while you disappear for months again.
But it won't be like that.
I can't keep up with you anymore, Ekko. You're mixed up with a strange crowd and getting involved with all kinds of schemes, and I don't know who you are or what you want. And so I think you better leave.
What?
Come get your things when you want them, but your mom and I want to leave in peace. And you are not letting us do that.
Okay, yeah, fine. Go in peace. So that didn't work. But I learned some things. Zon is turning into a wasteland. My parents are unhappy with how things have changed. And future Ekko is making some questionable choices. Let me try this again. I'll focus on how I can make Zon better for them, and maybe I'll try talking to Mom instead. Mom always said never to show up at someone's house empty-handed. There's gotta be some flowers still growing around here. Huh. Flowers! Mom loves flowers. What would she like best? Siren. Flower representing hope. Mom used to have a perfume with siren in it. This is good. Time to see if Mom accepts a peace offering.
Hey!
Oops.
Get inside, kid. not safe out here.
Ekko, what are you doing here? I wasn't expecting you today.
Hey, Dad. Look, I know you...
Sure. Don't get her upset, though. She needs to rest before her journey.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Ekko, hi.
Hey, Mom. I brought you these.
I love the smell of Siron. It reminds me of summer. Thank you, Ekko.
I was hoping we could talk.
What do you want to talk about?
If you could change anything about what Zahn's become, what would it be?
That's quite a list. Well, I'd start with stopping all the fighting, down here and in Piltover. Then I'd make the Poindexters stop being war barons and atone for all they've done. I'd stop Syntixi production and make sure no one ever uses it again. And turn the whole city into one massive cultivator so we could all breathe normally. And I'd see you more often.
I bet I could fix all those things.
Of course you do, Ekko. You want to control everything that happens in Zahn, but the truth is, you can't.
Mom, what do you know about Syntixi?
What does anyone know about it? The Poindexters claimed it was supposed to be a power source that rivaled Hextech, but it's nothing like that. And they barely even use it for power now. They put it in weapons and aim into Piltover.
Sounds like this Archon I know.
Why are you asking me this? You probably know more about Syntixi than me.
Why's that?
You're the one always getting fancy invites from Barons and inventors. Come visit my laboratory or join us for dinner to discuss a business matter. I don't know how involved you are with those people, but I imagine you hear a lot of things that go on in those circles.
Whoa. That's unexpected.
Huh?
Can you tell me, what did we fight about? How did things get so bad between us?
Do you not remember?
No, I don't.
You stopped coming home. Got busy with your inventions and all those offers that started piling in from Barons and that Piltover inventor, and when you did come home, all you wanted to do was argue with us. Tell us how we should be doing things.
That sounds familiar.
It's like you got into your head that you could control every second of everything, and it changed you. Ekko, I don't like where this conversation is going. What did you come back here to say?
What if you stayed in Zahn? And I came home all the time and looked after you and Dad? Or you came to live in the hideout. I bet it's safe there. And I could try and sell my inventions or figure things out. What if we figured things out?
You come back into this home without so much as an apology and try to win me over with some grand plan about being a big hero?
Well, no, it's not about me.
Of course it's about you. You're not thinking about what we want, what makes us feel safe. What makes you think you know better than we do about how to look after ourselves when you haven't even been here?
Son, you need to leave. Don't do this to your mother.
Thank you for the flowers, Ekko. Good luck with your inventions.
This is wrong. This is entirely wrong. This is what future Ekko would do. Push them, rewind and try tactics to get them to do something a certain way. I need to let them go.
Hey,
Thanks.
you too, kid.
Ekko? What are you doing here? I wasn't expecting to see you today.
I know. I heard you and Mom were leaving the city. I wanted to come say goodbye. Wish you well.
That's very kind of you.
I know we've had some differences, some tension. I know I haven't always been the best at keeping in touch. But I am always gonna be your son. Proud of it.
That means a lot to me, Ekko. Hey, you should come on in. Your mom will want to see you.
Ekko, hi.
Look who's here to see us off.
Hey, Mom. I couldn't let you go without saying goodbye. And that I think you're making the right decision to leave the city.
Really? I would have thought you'd try to stop us.
Maybe. But I trust you two to know what's best for you.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
Also, I'm gonna stay in Zon. I might not be able to fix everything that goes wrong, but maybe I can make a difference. Make it a better place to live. Maybe one day, if you want, you could come back to visit.
We'd like that, Ekko.
We're not sure where we'll end up yet, but we'll let you know where we get settled, okay?
Sure. That'd be great. Can I help you with anything? Last minute packing or carry your bags to the Rising Howl?
That's okay. We're gonna take a moment before we go. Thanks for stopping by, son.
Okay. Travel safe. Love you.
Love you too, Ekko.
Maybe this isn't how Future Ekko did things. But I don't want to use my zero drive to control the people I love. Speaking of which, I should talk to him.
What happened? Did you convince them to stay?
No. I tried, but then... If Mom and Dad want to leave Zon and escape the war, then I'm not gonna stand in their way.
So they left. Again. You see, Ekko? You can't count on people to stay around. So you've got to learn to do things for yourself.
You've got it backwards. They can make their own choices without it being about you.
They didn't get it. I was out in Zon every day trying to protect them. am, doing everything I can to make Zon safe.
So you come back to the past to stop the Poindexters from rising to power?
Yes. It's the only hope we have.
I should have believed you when you said things got bad. But trying to control everyone around you isn't the way to do things. Hey, I don't want that future for Zon either. But I think I need some time to think all this through.
Sure. It's a lot to think about.
Yeah, I just need some space. I'll see you soon.
Who's this?
This is my, friend, Ekko.
Hey,
Hey, couldn't find a mirror?
Oh, that's just his look.
what brings you guys up here?
We came up to check out the view of the city. You know, after the spire burned.
The shattered glass is really pretty. It sparkles when the light hits it.
That's romantic, I guess.
No. We wanted to see the buildings that got smashed up. You can see all the fires better from up here, too.
Sure.
Have I seen you around before, Ekko?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Real mysterious guy you brought me, Red.
Ekko is an inventor. He makes all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah? Anything that might be interesting to me and the Inks?
Probably not. You know, like little gadgets and toys made from scraps. We helped make a new pair of wings for a bird once.
Right. Cool. Well, we really don't do stuff like that. We like to make a bigger statement. We're actually about something.
Great. Well, I've actually got to run. Nice seeing you, Red. Catch you later.
Actually, Red's gonna be hanging out with us later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, Ekko. I'll see you, sometime.
Wow. What a dick. Ah, back in the city air. What the?
Based on your reaction, you don't seem to know who I am.
Oh, no. I definitely know a Pilty when I see one.
What charming deductive reasoning. I am the principal intelligencer of Clan Feros of Piltover.
Can we skip this? What do you want with me?
Certainly. Time waits for no one. Except you, Ekko. Clever child with a temporal manipulation device.
Am I a man of mystery up in Piltover?
On the contrary, you're a noisy little boy. Clan Feros is the largest proprietor of Hextech crystals and technology in all of Runeterra. We track everything that goes in and out of our laboratories, including the lost crystal splinter in your... what do you call it? Zero drive.
Why haven't you come after me sooner then?
Until this moment, you've been nothing but a mild distraction. However, you're now interfering with my agent's investigation of the Poindexter family. I have but one option to straighten this unfortunate mess out.
Go home?
Terminate your timeline.
I see. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's not gonna happen. A clever child with a temporal manipulation device might not be an enemy you want to make.
I don't believe my hex-honed blades are an enemy you wish to make.
I see you've met Camille.
Camille! Yeah, I've met Camille!
2 Echoes.
What? No, he's not.
It is plain to see you've managed to invent a method to go even further back in time, and have met up with your younger self.
She's good.
What are you looking for in your past?
Investigating Syntixi crystals.
Why are you telling her our plan?
The Poindexters created Syntixi by supercharging our Hextech crystals. Clan Feros does not support this kind of dangerous experimentation, and I intend to put a stop to it. That spire collapse was just one example of how dangerous Syntixi can be, and I fear the Poindexters have further examples in store.
Actually, they've been gathering up Syntixi around the city since the spire collapse. Karina Veraza gave the stash she was hiding here to Drake and Vale.
Perhaps we should work together.
Affirmative.
What?
Well, we all want the same thing. Don't we?
The Poindexters will be shipping that cache of Syntixi. If you can prevent this cargo from reaching its destination, I can seek out the remaining siblings.
Consider it done.
You will find Syntixi being loaded into the Poindexter's secret chain crawler. Head it off before it arrives. Good luck, Echoes.
You've got to be kidding me! She's a Pilty!
Yeah, who just gave us a good tip about the crystals. Alliances aren't bad, Ekko. Neither are they permanent. Right now, we have a job to do. I'll call you once I've located the chain crawler.
Sargon asked if I was working with Clan Pharos. And now I guess I am. I don't like where this is going.
Great work. This isn't all the Syntixi the Poindexters have, but it's a good portion of it.
You didn't tell me earlier. What's your plan for all this, Syntixi?
Okay. Well, this is gonna sound nuts, but hear me out. No one in Zaun is ever gonna have to worry about Syntixi, because it isn't going to exist anymore. We're gonna destroy it all, and we're gonna use it to destroy the biggest collection of Hextech crystals, too. We'll detonate it halfway in Zaun, halfway in Piltover. It'll take out all the ammunition that both sides have, and neither will be able to fuel an army to fight in a war.
I mean, that's great and all, but how are you gonna avoid hurting innocent people in the explosion?
Well, we can't avoid that. But at least the Syntixi will be gone forever, and can't start a war.
So you're telling me that you took me on a stupid crystal hunt to stop bad guys from building Syntixi weapons, but now you're using them in an even bigger weapon?
No, this isn't a weapon. It's a strategic maneuver.
I can't believe you. There's no way I'm letting you walk away with these crystals.
That's how you want to be? Fine. Have it your way. I'm sorry.
Wait a second. What are you doing?
Ekko, I'm sorry. I had to. I can save the city now.
You're just gonna destroy everything. Everyone.
You need to stop thinking about the seconds. Start thinking about what all those seconds add up to. You're on your own now.
This isn't over. Not yet. How do I explain to my friends that my future self is planning to let off a Syntixi bomb in the city? I can't tell them about future Ekko. This is my mess to fix.
Ekko, I'm glad to see you.
Sorry, Mr. Revik. I can't really talk right now.
It's about those kids who were trying to steal from me earlier. The Inks. They've been carrying some big crates into the old Fenlock's theater, and I think they've got something bad planned.
Sure, I can go look into it.
Are you okay, Ekko? Is something wrong?
I did something recently, and made someone really mad. But I'm mad too. And I don't know how to fix it.
It's easy to blame yourself when other people get hurt. But that just means you end up hurting too. And then, no one can help each other. Which is what brought me to Zaun in the first place. I needed a place for a fresh start to make some money. And one day, I can go look for my Orianna. I've got some apologies of my own to make.
Your daughter's lucky to have you.
You're here. Let's go. And relax. This is going to be fun. Chad's been telling me about the show all week. Sounds like they put a lot of hard work into it. I'm so proud of him.
Red, do you ever wonder what you'll be like in the future?
You mean, what will I do when I grow up?
More like, what kind of person you'll be.
I never thought of it that way before. but I guess I'll be a better version of myself. Why do you ask?
Just wondering.
We're here!
Are you sure you can trust the Inks? They aren't dangerous? I mean, they idolize Jinx.
They don't want to hurt people.
Okay, I trust you.
Hey, will you be okay if I try to find Chad really quick? He said he's working on a surprise for the show, and I need to know what it is.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay. Be back in a minute.
It's hard to get excited about seeing a concert when your future self is plotting to blow up part of the city. And when Chad is involved. I wonder what she sees in him. Huh? Hello? What kind of show is this? What? We're floating. How? How the hell are we supposed to get down?
Do you think she came to see the show? I mean, we're doing all this for her.
Definitely! We are like her biggest fans. We'd do anything for her.
Hold still.
Is that Syntixie? Jinx is using it now too? I can't let Jinx throw explosives at a bunch of innocent kids, even if they do have terrible taste in role models. I've gotta stop her.
Can't you just let me do my own thing once in a while?
You didn't tell me you were going to launch the theater into the sky. What about all the explosives going off?
You just don't get it. We're making a statement.
What's the statement?
I don't think you're a good fit for the Inks, Red. Maybe you should find another gang to hang out with. And a new boyfriend.
Maybe I should give them some space.
This must be Jinx's dream.
Sorry, Ekko. This is the VIJ area. You're gonna have to get out of here.
I should have known you'd be involved with something like this.
Are you kidding? This is the sloppiest show I've ever seen.
But I never took you to be someone who got others to do their dirty work.
Oh, hey, now hold it right there, short stuff. Got nothing to do with these copycats. They're stealing my thing. I only came by to make sure they give up trying to be me.
You expect me to believe that you don't love seeing all these firecrackers go off?
Yeah. And who's getting all the credit for it? I'm gonna split this band up once and for all. And make sure they find a permanent new look. Something really smoking.
I'm not gonna let you hurt them, Jinx.
Yeah, whatever you say, Ekko. Hey, why don't we see what Pow Pow thinks? Now hold still. Oh, you're not as boring to fight as I thought. We should have done this a long time ago.
I think we interact a healthy amount, Jinx, which is never.
Well then, I look forward to never seeing you again after I squash ya.
You've got some Tixie-powered chompers. Where'd you get them?
I met some twins who gave them to me in exchange for a little contract work. Wanted me to cause a big distraction so they could loot a mansion or something.
Drake and Vale?
Yeah, them! I turned down the offer, but snuck off with their box of sparkly bombs. Wanna see one up close?
We're not quite finished here. Do you have a way of contacting future Ekko?
Sure. I've got an idea. Future Ekko? I'm at the Finlox Theater and Camille tracked me down. She's angry about the Syntixi. She's blaming me for letting the Syntixi go. Her blades are 2 steps away.
What's going on here?
I knew if my life was threatened, your life would be too. You shouldn't have betrayed us.
I advise you to be forthcoming, future Ekko. Since you seem to know who I am, you are undoubtedly familiar with my methods of extracting information.
There is a war coming. Is that what you wanted to know? That Piltover will crumble, screaming into golden dust? I'm trying to save both of our cities from a disastrous fate.
You're forgetting one detail. He's building a bomb with the Poindextrous Syntixi.
To blow up Piltover?
To destroy the Syntixi and your Hextech Crystal Vault. It's the catalyst of the conflict. Some parts of both Piltover and Zon will get caught in the blast. It's true. But it's the only thing that will stop the war.
That can't be true. There must be other options.
You think I haven't tried? You think you know better than I do? I need a little more Syntixi. And then this will be finished once and for all.
He doesn't have enough Syntixi yet. There's still time.
First, I need to get back to the hideout and fix up my gear. Then I can figure out where the final Syntixi cache is and stop him. You should come too.
To your clubhouse?
It's a safe place where we can piece together what we know.
All right. I accept your invitation. What do you make of your future self? It's not every day that one meets their destiny.
There's a lot he's hiding from me.
Perhaps he believes he is protecting you. Men go mad when they know their own fate.
Don't tell me that. My fate is to be an over-controlling time traveler, apparently.
Why did he need you and ask for your help?
He must be the only person he can trust. Himself.
I was referring to your zero drive. There must not be many other time travelers in the future. Not with devices like that. And then there's the matter of the Syntixi crystals. It seems they are rather abundant in a future zone.
Possibly built over too. Tension will become even worse between the two cities. Not to mention people getting hurt.
Exactly. And our economy does not work particularly well when everyone is dead.
Do you mind if I check in with some people really quickly?
Not at all. I shall take a look at the local vendors.
Hey, what'd I miss?
Piltover hasn't changed much since I left.
Some things never do.
Camille of Clan Pharos. Gosh, I never expected to meet this woman face to face in my life. And from what it sounds like, neither did you. But I'm proud to see that you're taking a chance on someone who's different than you, Ekko.
Well, I've been learning not to judge people quite so hard. They can be full of surprises.
I hope to see you and your creations back in Piltover again someday, Mr. Revok.
Maybe my daughter will be there too. Orianna would love to meet you.
A reunion to look forward to. I'll let you two catch up. Take the stairs when you're ready to go to the hideout.
Good luck with whatever you two are up to. Hi there, Ekko. I'm going to tell your parents what a kind young man you are.
Hey. About the theater.
Ekko, I am so sorry about what happened with the Inks. And the theater, and I can't believe they put everyone in danger like that. I can't believe I couldn't see what the Inks were doing.
It's not your fault. What happened to Chad?
I'm done with Chad.
You deserve better than him. And the Inks. And me.
What are you talking about? You're like the best at friendship. And taking care of Zahn.
I do what I can. But sometimes that doesn't even feel like enough. But you're safe now. And you'll always be a part of the gang here. Even if you, I don't know, move out of Zahn and become the mayor of Piltover?
Thanks, Ekko. That means a lot to me.
Sure. Well, I'll leave you be. Catch you later.
I found the secret room.
What secret room? Right. That secret room. How did I not know this was here? In my own hideout.
This is clearly future Ekko's headquarters.
Hideout in a hideout. How very me.
It's going to take me a few moments to decode this.
I'll look around. Dead chronoports. He's marked something by the August Fairgrounds on this map. The Poindexter coat of arms?
He's been coming back to the past over and over again, trying to fix something in our timeline. But he says here that this is his last chance to stop a war in his future.
That explains all the chronoports. He's been trying to buy himself more time. He's getting desperate, which is why he's willing to set off a bomb if it'll stop the war.
Did you find anything?
There's a marked location on this map. It must be where the Poindexters have another stash of Syntixi.
The last amount he needs before his plan is complete.
What if he's working with the Poindexters, and they're helping him build the bomb?
He is a perfectionist in crisis. He would never leave the future in anyone else's hands. Not anymore.
I've got to find him. I'm gonna head to the fairgrounds and see if I can stop this bomb.
I'll stay here a bit longer and see what more I can learn from his things. There is a chance we can save both Piltover and Zorn from destruction tonight. Be careful.
Thanks. Good luck. Mom? Dad? What are you two doing here?
We're out running some errands. What have you got there?
It's just some stuff.
Some inventing stuff? Wait, are you holding a clock hand?
Yeah, I found it. And my friends and I are going to make a thing.
Okay. Well, I hope you have fun. Will you be home for dinner later? We picked up some nice smoke root that your mom is going to work wonders with.
I don't know. I might be out tonight.
That's our boy, Wyatt. He keeps his own clock that we don't get to see. Come see us another night, honey. We miss you.
I'll come home. I want you to know that no matter what, no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I'm always gonna come home. Even if it takes a while.
And we'll always have a spot for you.
Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, Fairgrounds, Future Ekko, Syntixi Bomb. Be honest with me. How many times have you come back to this timeline to mess things around?
I've never come this far back before. I've tried so many times to make a difference. None of it did. Until I figured it out. The spire collapsed. Syntixi scattered. That's it.
I don't care about that. I care about what you're doing now. What makes you any better than Zarkon?
Because I'm trying to do the right thing. Eventually, Zarkon will send his Syntixi forces to launch an attack on Piltover. Pharaohs will retaliate, and then it all crumbles. If I can destroy both the Syntixi and the Crystal Vault at Pharaoh's Manor in this explosion, there will be no ammunition for anyone. It's the best shot we've got at peace.
And how are you gonna do that? You're gonna walk into Pharaoh's Manor with a bag of Syntixi?
No need. I found the perfect vantage point. Sitting just above Zon, just below Piltover.
The clock tower. So you're not even at the fairground. Ekko! Ekko! Damn it! I need to get out of here and get to the clock tower.
No one beats Zarkon! Not over your turn.
What?
I hunted you. You're mine!
Sounds great, but there's somewhere I need to be. You're good at that.
Practice.
I ran into Zarkon at the fairgrounds. Future Ekko took the rest of the Poindexter's Syntixi from him before I arrived.
My guards have detected a large mass of Syntixi at the top of this structure.
That must be the bomb. I'll take the stairs. Meet you at the top?
My thoughts exactly. Good luck, Ekko.
This is it. We're gonna stop this thing.
Careful. He's set up a barricade.
It won't hurt you. But it'll be like trying to move through some sludge.
Can you break through it with your temporal gadgets?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll stand watch until he deactivates the barrier.
Ekko! What are you doing here?
I'm here to help you. There has to be another way to stop the war from happening.
Don't you think I've tried? This is it, Ekko.
Then you haven't tried hard enough. There's always a way.
There's a war, Ekko. A war more painful and destructive than you can possibly imagine. And Zon isn't the good guy. The only way to stop it all is to let the Syntixi crystals be destroyed in the past. And it's gonna work this time. Please!
This bomb is gonna destroy half of Piltover and half of Zon. You're not destroying my city tonight. The war is not your fault. It's not up to you to fix the world all by yourself.
I know. I know. You're right.
Despite what I may have said earlier, you're a good person. And I know that everything you do is because you love this city. And me.
There might be another way. Look. We've been tearing at time.
I don't understand.
We've ripped the fabric of this timeline. And maybe that's the key. Will you start rewinding your zero drive?
directions, and we can open the fissure wider. Enough for the Syntixi. And then it'll be out of this timeline for good.
That thing is gonna be a vacuum. It'll suck the entire clock tower in with it.
I know. I'm gonna seal it as soon as the Syntixi is inside. On the count of 3, turn off your zero drive, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Let go, or you'll get sucked in too.
It won't close from here. It has to be sealed from the inside.
What are you saying?
I hope one day you can be proud of me.
What are you doing? No!
Ekko, are you all right?
He's gone.
Where?
I don't know. He took the bomb out of time.
How do you mean?
Our zero drives made a time fissure, and he sealed himself inside with the Syntixi. I don't know where he went.
So he's gone. That means you're free. You aren't doomed to follow his fate.
Yeah, I guess.
The future of Syntixi is no longer possible. My agents have captured what remains of the Poindexters and their crystal production. Our cities are safe now. There's no Syntixi, no bomb. We're all safe.
But what's gonna happen to me?
Ekko. Ekko, can you hear me? I'm out of time. Out of tricks. I'm sorry for everything. With Mom and Dad and the Syntixi and me. It's just me. All on my own now. But at least you're safe. But listen, you have everything ahead of you. You don't have to become me. You can give your heart to the world and make it a better place. And if you can, forgive me.
I wanted to show you something and tell you about someone I met. Do you have some time to spare?